Welcome to episode 267 of the Ross Bolen podcast, otherwise known as RBP 267, presented by Bolen Media. If you're new to our show, we have a few co-hosts that we rotate in and out of this place with no real degree of regularity or reason, but for today's episode, the only voices you will hear will be mine. And it's in my voice's different forms, you see. I may become possessed at some point during the episode and start speaking in a different tongue, but it will be me, Ross Bolen, the entire time. And if you're asking yourself, why should I listen to you, sir? Who are you? Well, my name is Ross Bolen, and I am an author, a content creator, a podcaster, a writer, a lover, a fighter, a mental health patient, mental health advocate, pathfinder, stoner, dry guy, and entrepreneur who, after an 8-year grind at his first ever adult job, was able to start his own company, and all I want to do with the rest of my career is make people laugh and make people think and hopefully utilize some of the hardships and challenges that I've faced and continue to face in my own personal life to help make others feel not so alone and avoid some of the same pitfalls that I've hit. That's the show. If you're nodding your head like, shit, that's tight already, then you're there. If you're not, now's the time to start. Respect! RBP 267 is brought to you by Leesa, makers of the most comfortable mattresses in the entire freaking world. Your mattress is the most important purchase you'll ever make for your home. Whether you're in a studio apartment or you got a 4-bedroom house with 2 kids or some shit, having a fantastic bed for your mind and body to rest every night is paramount. And Leesa knows how important rest is to a better life. Leesa is the foundation of a healthier, happier you. And to Leesa, a bed is more than just a place to sleep. It's a place for relaxation and rest. All of their products have been thoughtfully designed to go beyond creating a comfortable bed to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary that you actually want to spend time in. Leesa's most advanced luxury hybrid mattress, made with premium foams and springs for enhanced pressure relief with edge-to-edge support. I've slept on this thing for 4 or 5 years now? I don't even know. Best 4 or 5 years of sleep of my life. Most comfortable mattress in the entire freaking world. I recommend it to every single person I've ever met. The hybrid. Thoughtfully designed. With the best of both worlds. I also use their pillows, their blankets. Every product they make, phenomenal. Leesa believes all people should have access to deep rest and relaxation. As such, they make it easy for their customers to know they've made the right choice. Through their social impact initiatives tied to each purchase, for example, Leesa donates 1 mattress. For every 10 they sell, they donate through organizations that work in causes like foster care prevention. And to date, they've donated more than 33,000 mattresses through more than 1,000 nonprofits. Leesa mattresses are made in the USA. In-home delivery and setup is available. Financing is also available. Don't miss out, RBP gang. Live healthier. Live happier by resting deeper. Order today. Get 15% off any mattress for a limited time at Leesa.com/RBP. Use the promo code RBP. That's LEESA.com/RBP. Promo code RBP. 15% off any mattress. Keep in mind, you also get a 100-night risk-free trial plus free shipping and returns. What are you doing? Go now. Leesa.com/RBP. Some announcements and shout-outs. First, shout-out to all the Rachels out there. A lot of them coming out of the woodwork to defend the possibility of Ross's and Rachel's in real life getting it on without friends destroying it. And I didn't realize the movement was this strong. Ross's and Rachel's everywhere. Get it on. Fuck what the world says. We're recording with Jade Bryce and Mercedes Terrell on Sunday. It's been too long since we had the ladies in the studio. Or any ladies, for that matter. So you have that to look forward to and listen to on Monday. Amends and fact-checking from our fact-checking intern, Natalie. Shouts to Natalie. She sent me all the amends and some just random things from RBP 266. First of all, the wazza. That reference is from Scary Movie 1. Also, the biological phenomenon is that I was referring to in episode 266 is known as gaze detection or gaze perception, when you can feel someone looking at you. Neurological studies have found that the brain cells that initiate this response are very precise. Very strange phenomenon there. You know, when I was talking about we were at dinner, Jared and I, and there was a woman staring at me and I could feel it. That whole story. Gary Glitter will not and did not receive royalties from the Joker because of his 2015 conviction of sexually abusing 3 girls. So we were concerned about him getting money from that song or whatever. No. Turns out we're good. Funny story. Natalie says, my dad is the head lawyer dealing with the coronavirus ships that are not allowed to dock. Let me know if you want more information from him. As far as I know, they're checked twice a day for fever and just chilling. Inside information. You gotta love that. Right? I think. Right? As of February 13th, the worldwide death toll of the coronavirus is at least 1,357. The number of confirmed cases, more than 60,000. Not good. In California, the sales tax on legal weed is between 45 and 80% starting on January 1st, 2020. Natalie says a fucking robbery. Yeah, whoa. Government be getting theirs. According to Rob Clark, renowned ethnobotanist, quote, all modern drug cannabis varieties are hybrids, end quote. This is because the two species, indica and sativa, have been bred so many times that no cannabis plant exists with pure indica or sativa genetics. Everything is a hybrid. I'm going to choose to not believe that. I like that, so with my how do I put this legally? If I were to purchase marijuana, hypothetically, and let's say I was presented with a menu, and on that menu, pure indicas were represented with a minus and pure sativas with a plus, just hypothetically. I like that. I don't want them all to be hybrid. I liked living in a world where I thought these pure indicas and sativas still existed. Anyway, moving on. Smoking too much weed leads to cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome, CHS. I've been told about this before. This shit is wild. Do not want. It's a condition that leads to repeated and severe bouts of vomiting. It is rare and only occurs in daily long-term users of marijuana. So marijuana also affects the digestive tract, apparently. I'm going to want to avoid this CHS. We had a listener reach out to me at one point and tell me their dad has CHS because he smoked weed every day, all day for so long, he developed this. It's weird. It's kind of like lactose intolerant for pot. President Abraham Lincoln did not enjoy retirement. Richard Nixon did not enjoy impeachment. The population of China is 1.439 billion. First segment. Welcome to Heartbreak. So on yet another Valentine's Day where so many of us are big sad, I felt it only right to try and provide some perspective for the people out there dwelling on this nonsensical Hallmark holiday and allowing it to beat them down. I have learned many lessons about love over the years. Most of those lessons were served up through unfathomable pain and sadness because this is the way of life. But the biggest lesson I've learned is this when it comes to love. You must love yourself and understand yourself and know yourself before you can truly love anyone else. And I know we all hear that throughout our lives. And it's one of those things that you can't really understand until you get put into a place where that perspective is granted to you. But too many of us, we search for love, we search for meaning, acceptance, and identity in a partner. Right? Which is, if you look at that face value just as a sentence, too many of us search for love, search for meaning, acceptance, and identity in a partner. We have to find those things within ourselves before we're capable of sharing them with another human being, which is just common sense, right? But you don't ever stop to think about it. It's one of those things that smacks you upside the head one day, and you're like, well, this has been silly. Been operating with the incorrect perspective for quite some time. Happens to all of us. It's not unnatural. It's part of the learning curve. But Valentine's Day serves as a good day to remember, to be reminded. You have no shot in hell of loving anybody else if you don't love yourself. And so many of our relationships break down based on that simple, fundamental misunderstanding. Valentine's Day, by the way, it's almost like the original, it was the original thing that presented all the problems that social media now present. Like, we send flowers to her office, chocolates to his. We go out to dinner dressed up like it's, like this is about us or about other people seeing us. What is more important? The act or other people seeing the act? Or is it people acknowledging, congratulating our love that matters? What is it that we're trying to get out of this? What's with the grams? It's like the same thing like Mother's Day. It's one of the strangest social media days of the year. Are we posting this shit for ourselves, for our lovers, or for others to see? Which is it? Nobody knows. We're just operating without a compass. At this point, maybe it's a mix of all the above. But does it feel like Valentine's Day on Instagram is sowing more happiness or sadness? Serious question. I don't know. I think it's sadness. I think it does more harm than good. It's the thing like, you're like, what? I mean, listen, I've participated in this my whole life, in every relationship I've been in since social media has existed. I've been a part of it. And every year I've found myself asking the same questions. Am I putting this up for her? Or for me? Or for them? Who is this for? I don't even know. I don't even know. And if it is sadness, if it is sowing more sadness on Instagram, is it the fault of the happy couples posting stuff? Or is it the morons on the other side judging themselves based on that happy couple's happiness? By the way, they probably fucking hate each other. Social media is not real. It's social media. If you see an old man and woman holding hands in the soup aisle of a grocery store trying to decide which chicken noodle brand to grab, that's love. That's IRL. Real. If you see Stacy Dickshit from your college sorority posted a 10-slide photo and video montage of her and her husband, Jim Dickshit, showcasing all their cutest adventures from the past year, that's not real life. That is fake life. They could be the most miserable dickshit couple of all time. You don't know. Because you don't know Stacy anymore. It's been 15 fucking years, homie. She's with Jim now. And Jim has a wicked case of ED. Which happens to the best of it. It's all right, Jim. Pills are good. Pills are good. What? So this Valentine's Day, remember, the most important love you can have, before you can truly love anyone or anything else, is love for yourself. So if you're solo tonight, fuck it. Order hella Postmates and go off, king or queen. Tonight is about you. RBP 267 is also brought to you by Postmates. When you need red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m., and ibuprofen at 10 a.m., Postmate it. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service all year round. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the U.S. Offer delivery from all restaurants, grocery and convenience stores, traditional retailers that you could possibly want or need 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates will bring you what you need within the hour. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store fucking is. Forget the store. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Download the app, iOS or Android, for free. Browse local restaurants, businesses, track your delivery in real time. I use Postmates 3 to 5 times a week. It's incredible. It's convenient. It saves me a ton of time and energy. I love being able to just order whatever the fuck I want and need, and it shows up. I don't have to move. I don't have to worry about spending the time. It's just, I need a smoothie. I got to get this shit on the run. Let's go. Shows up at my door. Bam. Now it's in my body. I'm still working. Nothing changed. I didn't have to go. Postmates got me. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit when you're, for your first 7 days to start your free deliveries. Download the app. Use the code RBP. That's it. Download the Postmates app, code RBP, for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Download Postmates and save with code RBP. Next segment.
Grab your light. This is Stop the Wikipedia when you're high.
Stop the Wikipedia when you're high.
Today's Stuff to Wikipedia when you're high is General Butt Naked. General Butt Naked. Now, if you've seen the Book of Mormon, hold for applause. Joshua Milton Bly, I don't know if I spelled that right, often known as his nom de guerre, I don't know what that means, General Butt Naked, is a former commander of forces under the wider control of Liberian warlord Roosevelt Johnson. Bly was known for his violence and atrocities during the First Liberian Civil War in the early 1990s. Once described as the most evil man in the world, General Butt Naked said in 2008 that he killed at least 20,000 people and carried out regular human sacrifice and cannibalism of children. General Butt Naked, not for the kids. Unlike Trick Daddy. Trick love the kids. Bly has stated that he was originally a tribal priest. This is batshit, by the way. Perfect for Valentine's Day, is it not, General Butt Naked? The day we're all trying to get butt naked? Huh? Yeah, here's a little nipple tweak for you on youtube.com/BolenMedia. Anyway, since the war, he's converted to Christianity and become a preacher. Now, with that in mind, remember what I just said. General Butt Naked has now converted to Christianity and become a preacher. Okay? He was initiated as a tribal priest at the age of 11. He participated in his first human sacrifice then. During the course of the 3-day ritual that followed, he says he had a vision in which he was told by the devil that he would become a great warrior and that he should continue to practice human sacrifice and cannibalism to increase his power. That's not the message you want to receive. I keep waiting to get one from either God or the devil, and I'm really rooting that it's not this. Listen, you're going to become a great warrior, but we're going to need you to continue to practice human sacrifice and cannibalism. You're going to need to eat the people. That's where the power comes from, and you're like, fuck, I got to eat people? Shit. Later, the Kron elders, that's what his tribe was, they appointed him as high priest. I guess he ate so many people that he was that impressive. They were like, we got to get this dude in the high priest position. Look at the way he scarfs these bodies down. He's the fucking hot dog champion of eating people. Anyway, this position would lead him to become the spiritual advisor to Liberian President Samuel Doe. He adhered to a complex traditional belief system as a Kron priest. Blai, General Butt Naked, himself said, I was a high priest for the biggest god under the Kron tribe, and the late Samuel K. Doe, being a fellow tribesman, was automatically placed under my jurisdiction. I also placed Nanbi Awe among the first 3 ranking gods in West Africa's Black Witch Coastal Line Division. Oh, everybody's familiar with West Africa's Black Witch Coastal Line Division. It's the most infamous division of black witches in all of West Africa. Goodness gracious. So Nyanbi was Blai's idol, who, according to him, demanded ritual sacrifice. So Blai would come to believe that Nyanbi Awi was the devil. He said that the Kron tribe selects leaders based upon physical prowess rather than birthright. The selection process takes place through an annual fight. Quote, the traditional fight was a no-holds-barred affair. The eventual victor was allowed to kill and maim to show his strength and bravery. The strongest or last man standing after the bloody contest will take over the birthright and the headship of the tribe. Blahi has also said he led his troops naked, except for shoes and a gun. This is where the nickname, Nom de Guerre, General Butt Naked, comes from. He believed that his nakedness was a source of protection from bullets. The old opposite day move. Normal person, the more clothes strapped to my body, bulletproof vests, armor, what have you, the better off I am. General Butt Naked? No. Stripped down to your birthday suit. The devil will protect you. Satan? Blahi now says he would regularly sacrifice a victim before battle, saying, quote, usually it was a small child, someone whose fresh blood would satisfy the devil. Makes sense to me. Simple enough. Gotta get a child. Fresh blood. Everyone knows the devil prefers fresh blood. Flesh and blood. He stated to the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, I'm sorry, is he just doing interviews? General Butt Naked's just running around doing fucking interviews? The Seattle Post-Intelligencer, like Seattle, Washington? Quote, sometimes I would enter under the water where children were playing. I would dive under the water, grab one, carry him under, and break his neck. Wow. Where was the lifeguard? Where was the lifeguard when you needed him? Somebody should have called Adult Swim. Blow the goddamn whistle one time. No running at the pool! Continuing this quote, sometimes I'd cause accidents. Of course he would. Why wouldn't he? Sometimes I'd just slaughter them. Another great quote. This guy's the best. In January of 2008, he confessed to taking part in human sacrifices which, quote, included the killing of an innocent child and taking out the heart, which was divided into pieces for us to eat. Oh, you couldn't go full Khaleesi, could you, pussy boy? Couldn't eat the whole damn heart? She ate a horse heart, bro. You couldn't even eat a little kid's heart? How did you expect to become Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea if you couldn't even eat an entire child heart? Failure. Blai claimed to a South African Star reporter, again, journalists, what are you doing? How about this? Next one that gets a shot to interview General Butt Naked, take him out. This guy doesn't need to be around. He doesn't need to be around. He's one of those guys. We can all lose. We don't need this guy. Let him go. Forget about this motherfucker. Somebody needs to take this dude out. He needs to go. He shouldn't be here. He's bad. He told the South African Star reporter that he, quote, met Satan regularly and talked to him, and that from age 11 to 25, he took part in monthly human sacrifices. Monthly, not bi-monthly. I've always picked the monthly plan over the bi-monthly plan when it comes to human sacrifice myself. In his account of a typical battle, he said, quote, so, before leading my troops into battle, we would get drunk and drugged up, sacrifice a local teenager, drink the blood, then strip down to our shoes and go into battle wearing colorful wigs and carrying imaginary purses we'd looted from civilians. I'm not making this up. I want to be clear, I'm not making this up. You look it up. Wikipedia. Everyone knows everything on Wikipedia is real. I'm just going to rewind. Run it back, DJ. So before leading my troops into battle, I love how casual. So before leading my troops into battle, we would get drunk and drugged up, sacrifice a local teenager, drink the blood, then strip down to our shoes and go into battle wearing colorful wigs and carrying imaginary purses we'd looted from civilians. We'd slaughter anyone we saw, chop their heads off and use them as soccer balls. We were nude, fearless, drunk, yet strategic. We killed hundreds of people, so many I lost count. Is he trying to get forgiveness? What happened to the guy? I thought he was a Christian. Does he think that the casual, laissez-faire nature in which he discusses the chopping off of heads and the use of them as soccer balls is disturbing to me? I have to think that our good Christian God will feel the same way. Bly also purported that during this period he had, quote, magical powers that made him invisible, and a, quote, special power to capture a town single-handedly, then call in his troops afterwards to clean up. Some of Bly's soldiers, often boys in their early teens and younger, would enter battle naked. Others would wear women's clothes. How is that the other option? Listen, guys, you got two options here. Two uniforms you can wear. They're all in a line going into the uniform room. None of them has been told anything. They have no clue that they're about to have to pick between naked or women's clothes. And then they get into the uniform room, and Bly's in there, and he's wearing a fucking wig, a troll wig probably, and he's just butt ass other than that. And he says, guys, you got two options. First option, naked as hell, butt naked. Option number two, I got my Aunt Linda's wardrobe over here in this closet, and you can pick any dress and a nice summer hat. Then we'll get fucked up and run into battle. Naked or dressed like a woman. Everyone's wearing wigs. Summer hats only. In June of 2006, Bly published his autobiography that includes pictures of him fighting with a rifle wearing nothing but sneakers. Hashtag swag god. Nothing but sneakers? That's how I throw down. At night, alone, with myself. During the First Liberian Civil War, he led a mercenary unit, many of whom were child soldiers, which was known as the Butt Naked Brigade. That is, honest to God, the other thing I was picking between. Speaking of having two options, it was either going to be the RBP gang, or we were going to call our listenership the Butt Naked Brigade. I chose the former. Thank fuck, because it turns out the latter, murderous child soldiers. Fighting naked or either naked or dressed like women. Unbelievable. Last thing. In their musical, The Book of Mormon, Trey Parker, Robert Lopez, and Matt Stone renamed a character to, quote, General Butt Fucking Naked after General Butt Naked following rewrites when they felt that the General Coney, who the character is based on, became too controversial following Coney 2012. There's so many things wrapped up in that sentence that are funny to me in my life, I can't handle it. First of all, Coney 2012 was one of the funnier internet sensations that's ever occurred. It was also a terrible tragedy in real life. But offline, sad. Online, hilarious. The Book of Mormon, it's the only Broadway play I've ever seen. Fucking hysterical. I saw it in like the third row, high as balls on edibles, the only time I've ever been to New York City. Cried laughing, unbelievable experience. And General Butt Fucking Naked is very much a character in that Broadway play and is hilarious. And when I got recommended General Butt Naked for stuff to Wikipedia when you're high, it hadn't even hit me. And now it obviously has, and I'm excited. But just unbelievable. General Butt Naked. This is real. Go read about him. Guy's just out there giving interviews? Do I have to get this guy in the pod? Is it worth it if he cuts my head off and uses it as a fucking soccer ball? It's supposed to be the beautiful game, bro. Disrespectful. Next segment. Viral airplane seat reclining video. Y'all like that segment name? Creative genius. So, in the past 3 days, I've been tagged no less than 36,732 times in the video of the man in the back row of an airplane without the ability to recline, repeatedly punching the back of the woman in front of him's seat who was fully reclined and videoing the entire thing. You've all seen this video at this point. You've all tagged me in it at this point. The shit went viral on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. It was put up by Barstool. Shit ton of other tags as well, but Barstool's the one I got tagged on the most. Every goddamn account in the world has put it up over the past few days. And everyone is like, we need Ross Bolen to explain this and decipher it and make a ruling. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? What is this? What do we do? I spend a lot of time talking about trash moves, specifically on airplanes, specifically related to this very problem of reclining, also standing up too early right after the plane ding thing goes off. You're all trash as well, and you know it. Sit the fuck down. Where are you going? Sit the fuck down. Now. Reclining, another problem. I'm 6'2", long-ass legs, very bony knees that jut out several inches further than a normal knee might. In my head. Theory. By the way, y'all like this? Y'all like that? I got a bobblehead in front of me. It's it's George Springer, World Series MVP 2017, holding the trophy that y'all can't take away. Look at this. He's even got the rat tail. Yeah, suck our dicks. YouTube.com/Bolen Media. Also, there's no actual weed in this, sadly. I wish there was. Here's my ruling, okay, about this video, about this doofus punching the back of this woman's chair on this airplane over and over and over and over, about this woman's response being to film it and remain reclined fully. Both of them essentially losing. Both of them taking L's. Both of these people are trash. But the real trash, the trash we should be talking about, it's the airplane designer. You think this son of a bitch didn't know what he was doing? Was it Orville or Wilbur who, in a sinister plot to destroy humanity, made the seat recline right before the last seat on an airplane which everyone knows cannot recline? That seat shouldn't be able to recline either, but then when does it stop? That's the problem they encountered, right? I'll tell you the answer, though. The next one, that's when it stops. The problem with dude at the very back is that his seat is legit flat up against the wall. You see, there's no give there. Now, the woman in front of him, even if her chair's not reclined, she's got some give, so she's good. If your person in them, let's say this, maybe the person in front of them, you grant them the ability to recline, but only halfway as far as a normal chair. Then the next person up is 3/4, and then the next guy's full, and from there we're good. Problem solved. I should be building all the airplanes, designing them. Bolen Airways coming 2042. But these people are both trash. The woman loses, right? Because she's now uncomfortable the whole flight. Got the dude punching the back of her chair. The dude loses because now he can't relax the whole flight. He's punching the back of a chair. Nobody wants to punch anything for that long. He's just giving him the little, what is that? It's like you're sucker punching somebody in a car because you saw the correct colored dune buggy. What? Volkswagen. What is that game? I don't know. I don't know, Ron. Why do you ask these questions when you know I don't know the answer? But these motherfuckers who design airplanes got to figure this shit out. Look at the problem on buses, too. The back one on a bus, on like a Von Lane or a, what's the mega bus? Same fucking shit's going on. I don't understand it. It's the designer at fault. But also, homie, what are you doing? She's filming you, dumbass. You see the camera. You're going viral, son. How are you going to try to get another job? Everybody knows you're the dickhead punching the lady's chair on the back of an airplane now. You silly son of a bitch. Silly motherfucker. Next segment. Insane headline of the day. This is perfect. Perfect for the occasion. Valentine's Day. Here's your headline. They met on a dating app. Then he robbed a bank on their first date and forced her to be the getaway driver. This is the story we needed today. To remind all of you out there crying about not having a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a person or a thing or a me. At least you didn't go on a first date and get turned into a goddamn getaway driver. This really happened. It's on CNN. You know what? Here's some from CNN. Oh, I love this. Journalism. And you thought your worst first date story was bad. A Massachusetts woman became an unexpected getaway driver after a man she met on a dating app robbed a bank on their first date. Christopher Castillo, the unnamed woman's would-be Robin Hood, pled guilty this week to armed robbery and 3 counts of assault and battery on a police officer, all committed on their first date on December 5th, 2016, according to the Bristol County District Attorney's Office. Holy shit! Was this a series of escalating dares? How did they get to the point where he was assaulting cops? Castillo was sentenced to 3 years in state prison for the robbery. Ooh. Even if you got laid. Is this first date worth 3 in the pen? I gotta guess not. Oh, plus 2 years in the Bristol County House of Corrections for violently struggling against and spitting on police who tried to subdue him, according to the district attorney's office. You shouldn't spit on the cops. They don't like that. Here's the problem with spitting on a cop. See, your saliva, not a deadly weapon. The cop, unless you have AIDS, the cop, he has a gun. They're strapped because they're cops. And you see those guns, they're not loaded with saliva. They're loaded with bullets. Don't ever throw anything, spit anything at, shoot anything at someone with a gun. It's like rule number 1. Figure it out. He has a gun. Your spit doesn't do shit. Unbelievable. The woman wasn't charged. The, quote, worst date ever story was enough punishment. Ha ha! News on CNN these days. You got to love it. You got to fucking love it. It all started, the woman told police, when she picked up Castillo from his parents' house. I just threw a red flag. That's how I'd throw flags if I was an NFL coach. Are you out of your fucking mind? Picked him up from his parents' house. There's red flag number 1. In Chepachet, Rhode Island. There's red flag number 2. Drove him 30 minutes east toward North Attleboro, Massachusetts. She said he drank wine in the passenger seat of her Nissan Maxima, which is also illegal, but he wasn't charged for that, apparently. Another red flag. The two had never met in person before that fateful day in 2016. I'm just throwing flags all over. So why would she think anything was wrong when he told her to pull over as they approached a bank? Well, I don't know. Because he'd been drinking in the passenger seat of the car? Just throwing red flags left and right? He got out of the car and left her there alone for a few minutes. Then suddenly he came running back, sweating, with sunglasses, a hat, a gun, and $1,000 cash in hand. Fucking go, he told her. I've heard that on a lot of first dates. Oh, shit. She panicked, she told police. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, you panicked when your first date ran out of the bank and got in the car and told you to fucking go? So she did as she was told, she says. The district attorney's office fills in the blanks on what happened while he was inside the bank. He walked in, showed a bank teller a gun, demanded $1,000, and said he needed it badly. He was, quote, really hurting, he told the teller. $1,000? That's not even a month's rent. What are you doing? If you're going to rob a bank, you got to ask for more than $1,000. It's like a Jerry Seinfeld hybrid with me there for a minute. The teller handed him the money because he was probably like, oh, okay, here's $1,000, dumbass. Then he ran back out to his date's Maxima and ordered her to step on it. His accidental accomplice obeyed at first, but once she spotted flashing sirens from North Attleboro police cruisers on their tail, she immediately pulled over and walked away from the car. Oh, she wasn't the ride-or-die Bonnie that you expected there, Clyde. She pulled over and bounced. Fucking love it. Castillo stayed inside and ducked from police. Good job. Good effort. You stayed in the car? Well, maybe they'll think she's me. I'll stay here. It's the last thing they'll expect. They'll never look in the car. Castillo. This is out. Listen, you look into a lot of these crimes that dudes are doing time for, it turns out they should probably be there. Unless they're weed related. In which case, they should abso-fucking-lutely not be there. Free all my dudes in the pen for that green. Not money. Those guys can stay. But for that weed, that ganj, that Mary Jane, okay, I'll stop. Did that yesterday or the day before. When was that? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. After he was subdued and handcuffed, police searched the car and found a .44 caliber handgun, an antique belonging to his stepfather. What a cuck. You failed an armed robbery with your stepdad's handgun on your first date when a girl picked you up from your parents' house and asked for $1,000, which you didn't even get away with? They found it in your fucking wallet? My God. Years after the date from hell, he ended up sentenced to 5 years of incarceration. His date got off without a charge. And, quote, probably with a healthy skepticism toward online dating, end quote. CNN with the zinger to close it out. You have to love it. I fucking love it. Woman's life nearly ruined. CNN cracking jokes. The news in 2020. In all seriousness, that's got to be among the worst first dates of all time. There are a couple that have ended worse with serial killers. We've heard about some of them. Ashton Kutcher almost went on one. But this is bad. This isn't what you want. You don't want to get picked up and turned into a getaway driver. Getaway driver is among the worst jobs in the world. Worst jobs in the world. You know how you can identify the worst jobs in the world? They're the ones where people smoke the most cigarettes. The more cigarettes smoked per capita at a job, the worse that job is. And as we all know, getaway drivers, all they do is rip cigs and create a pile right outside the driver's side door so that the police can easily identify them as a getaway driver, as is tradition. Worst jobs in the world, most cigarettes being smoked. In most cases. Now, I realize there are some shit jobs or rough jobs or bad jobs, if you will, tough jobs, rough jobs, whatever. What's that show on, what was it? What channel was that? Where they go do like the world's gnarliest jobs or grossest jobs. I used to watch that shit. It was tight. Some of them you can't smoke cigs because there's a gasoline situation or an explosive type of, chemical you can't smoke. Petroleum, petrol, natural gas. We got to protect the natural gas. Is that Clinton? I don't know. I told y'all there would be multiple voices today. I was actually joking when I said that, and then it sort of came true, which is strange. Fucking go. Fucking go. Bro, I wish he had run in with it would have been much better. Like, I like that he went in without the costume on, without the gun, without the fucking sunglasses, and he came out with that shit and said fucking go. But it would have been better, and the whole episode would have come more full circle if he had come out wearing a woman's dress and a summer hat. Don't y'all... Hard to disagree with that, is it not? Not hard to disagree. I think it's hard to disagree with that. I can't get over the airplane punching video. I can't get over any of this. This is a weird... Look, here's the nice thing about living in 2020. The world is a goddamn mess. All right? Every day is another batch of disastrous, unintentionally funny headlines and news breaks and trash happenings all over the planet. And some people take that and let it beat them down. I got to tell you, content people, we are living the dream right now. The show basically writes itself. I don't even have to do anything. These people are out there just doing it. General butt naked. You know how many kids he ate so that I could do that segment? Apparently a lot. Cannibalism. I just don't. How is it that we have some humans that can't even stand the sight of blood so much that they pass out, and we have others that are like, yeah, I'll eat another one of me? Same species? No, that doesn't faze me, actually. I'm totally in. Before I forget, by the way, y'all go look on my Instagram, at WR Bolen, okay? If you get into there within the 24-hour window. This morning, I'm in my backyard, right? My backyard, my home, where y'all know I've got an ongoing battle with a lot of squirrels, one squirrel in particular with testicles that are too large. Physically too large, literally. Anyway, I'm in my backyard and I hear this fucking scratching, and I'm like, oh shit, man, there's like a raccoon stuck in my trash can. Man, that's not cool. I gotta go help this motherfucker out, but he's probably gonna jump on my face. I'm gonna get rabies. It's gonna be this whole thing. Whatever, fuck it, it'll be a cool story. So I go for it. I open up the first lid. There's 3 back there, right? One's for all the grass and the leaves and the sticks. It's like the ecological one. One's recycling and one's trash. So first I go sticks. I open the bitch. Nothing in there. Shit. Close it back. Next one. Nothing in there. Last one, trash can. It's got to be in there. I'm still hearing it. Fucker's trying to escape. I hit it. Pop! Nothing in there. What the fuck? I still hear the noise. He's going off. I see where he's at. I notice. I fucking identify the source of the sound. It's a drainage pipe. The gutters lead to a drainage pipe, right? Motherfucker's in there. Going off. Now, here's the problem. Now I don't know what it is I'm dealing with. So I videoed it. It's on my Instagram. Here's the problem. Is it a squirrel? If it's a squirrel, I want to help free, son. We're at war, but I respect that. This isn't how I want the war to end, with him drowning in a drain pipe or some horrible death in a fucking pipe. Nah. Now, if it's a rat, I don't care. Let it. If he dies, he dies. Like Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies. Now, what if it's like something cute? I don't know what we got in Texas and Austin, we don't have chipmunks, I don't think, but what if it is one? What if it's somebody's pet chipmunk that escaped and he's stuck in the gutter? I'm terrified I'm going to get back home after recording this episode and he's still going to be in there. What if it's a mom trying to get to her kids? I don't know. Fuck shit. Dude, and the thing is, I don't know how to take apart a gutter. Hell, I do. But I don't know how to put it back together. I don't know how the fuck that's going to happen. Who do you call in a situation like this? 311? Does anybody actually call that number? I've always wondered, by the way, how 911 works. Because you just dial it anywhere and it goes to that 911 office, right? Like the closest one to you, right? Like if I'm on the highway, right? And somebody shoots out my tires and I'm like, oh, fuck. I call the cops or I take out my phone and I'm like, fuck, who do I call? I'm in the middle of nowhere, dick shit county, where the dick shits live. And I say to myself, what do I call? What number? I'm hitting 911. That's going to work though, right? It's not going to connect me with the fucking 832 police department in Houston. It's not going to connect me with the 512 police department where I live in Austin, right? It's going to connect me with where the fuck I am now in the dick shit police department. How does that work though? I don't know, says Brendan Dassey. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. You have yourselves a hell of a Valentine's Day. But before you head out to take on the world, it's time for some very important announcements. First and foremost, you have 3 legal obligations that you must adhere to, that you've been saddled with as a result of having listened to this entire podcast. The first one, you must rate and review this show. Give us 5 stars, write 2 or 3 sentences about why you like RBP, why you think other people would like RBP, and that's all you have to do for me. Then you move on to number 2, which is to tell one friend, one family member, a coworker, a neighbor. Your second legal obligation is to tell one human being that you believe could like this show, would like this show. You share this show with them. One person this week, one person next week, one person the week after that, one person the week after that, one person every week until the week you fucking die. Third legal obligation. We have a new one, a third. We're adding a third legal obligation. If you do not adhere to this third one, you will also see me in court. You must use our sponsor codes. You must. Postmates, download it. RBP, 7 days, $100 free delivery credit. Hey! What more can I say? You fucking serious? How do you not bite that? That's what he said. Leesa.com/RBP. Go. 15% off any mattress. 100 nights. Risk-free trial plus free shipping and returns. Support the show. Get yourself the best of the best that money can buy. Get after it. Postmates. Leesa. Boom. Bang. Thank you to both of them for supporting us and sponsoring this episode, RBP 267. Follow our show on Instagram at The Ross Bolen Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ross Bolen Pod, and you can find us on Facebook if you're the middle-aged aunt of one of our listeners. You can follow me, Ross Bolen, on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at WR Bolen, on all three of those, at WRBOLEN. And you can get me on twitch.tv/Boss Roland playing Apex Legends with podcast listeners, chatting it up in the chat, answering questions. We have an awesome community on Twitch. Our Discord community is incredible as well. You can find that through the Twitch. We put up links during every stream. I'll be streaming later this afternoon. Also, check out Bolen Media's television and film podcast, Oysters, Clams, and Cockles, available wherever RBP is available. We have a lot of fun with me and my host, Barrett Dudley, one of my best friends of 17 years. Right now, we're covering The Outsider on HBO. We're covering Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO and a bunch of other random stuff we've been watching and enjoying, including like You Season 2 that I'm watching. Also, Freeze All Motor Functions. Westworld Season 3 is coming on HBO. We have a podcast at Bolen Media specifically for that show called Freeze All Motor Functions. Westworld Season 3. Subscribe to FAMF, as we call it, wherever you're subscribed or listening to RBP. And that will do it for RBP 267, recorded and produced by Mike Moody and Grant Davis at Permanent Record Studios in Austin, Texas. We will be back on Monday with episode 268, RBP 268, coming Monday. Podman gets paid. Respect Mr. Park. Strength and honor. Gang, gang, gang. Peace be with you and also with you.
Go low, baby.